Ever since Joey left that voicemail the other day, trying to manipulate me or whatever, you've been quiet, and I can guess what's upsetting you, but what's up?
Listen, Miranda, I don't want to be the type of boyfriend to dictate what you do with your ex-husband. I don't want to be the over-opinionated guy who keeps causing you problems and makes you do this and makes you do that. So even if I don't like something, I'd rather just keep it to myself. It's not my place.
In my marriage, a big issue between us was communication and just never talking to one another until it turned into something huge. I always want you to be able to talk to me, so can you just be open?
Alright, fine. If it was up to me, and if you're asking my opinion, I think you should report him for that stupid voicemail he left you and the behavior he exhibited. You shouldn't get away with that. It's unacceptable. You're in a custody agreement. There should be boundaries there. And he crossed them yet again. He can't get away with it because he's going to do it again.
Kind of figured you were going to say that, and I did think about doing that. Because it is unacceptable to leave me voicemails like that and treat me like that. But at the same time, what if I report him to family court and then it turns out like he just needs mental health help? What if he just needs help? And here I am just tattletaling on him.
There are people who have genuine problems that need help. And sometimes it's a cry for help, yes. But I think I know this man well enough to know that he's manipulating you. He's just trying to get you to drop the child support. And he's just playing his violin and trying to make you feel bad.
It's hard for me. And I know you don't want to hear things like this, but when I broke up with Joey before and I was with my boyfriend, my other ex, he wound up overdosing. And I feel like I could have seen the signs and gotten him help before that. And I'm not saying I need to save Joey by any means, but I don't want to be one of the reasons. You know what I'm getting at?
Your ex sounds like one of those cases where he was crying out for help. Maybe there were signs, but you can't beat yourself up about that. Joey's not one of those cases. I believe he's faking all of his problems, and he's just trying to manipulate you. And I bet if you asked your followers, your fans, they would be saying you're being a little too nice. They would report him like that.
Alright, you know what? You're right. I'm always a pushover. I'm too nice. I'm going to call them. I'm going to report him.
Fine, but Miranda, I don't want you reporting him just because I said that. Because now I'm manipulating you. I'd rather you come to your own conclusion.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I need to stop being blinded by his gaslighting. That's all he's doing. So I know what to do.
I'll say one last thing. If he's going through something and he's dealing with demons on a real level, he calls you first out of everybody else. It just sounds like he's trying to drop the child support. That's it.
Brian, you don't need to say anything else. I get it. I'm going to call. Yeah, okay, so you're the agent that was supervising his visit. Okay, I'm calling today because, and I don't know if you're the person to tell this to or if it's another department, but I'm calling because of my husband's behavior outside of the supervised visit stuff. The other day he left me a very concerning voicemail.
Oh yeah, it's no problem at all. It's just when you report things like this, you have to elaborate. You have to be a little bit more specific. So what exactly is the issue?
Yeah, so the voicemail was kind of borderline threatening. He was lashing out at me. He was making veiled statements alluding to the fact that if I don't drop the child support, he's going to, do things to himself, I guess. I don't know how to word it right, All
right, got it. I'm making a note on that. In regards to what you just told me, do you feel unsafe in any way? Did you feel like your safety was at risk because of this incident?
I would rather just state what he did, give you the facts, and kind of leave my opinion out of it. So I'm not really going to comment on how it made me feel or anything. I just want to give you what he did, and you decide what you do with that.
Got it. I will add, if you're not willing to comment on certain things, it does make it a little bit more difficult to report these things, but I get what you're saying. Do you have proof of the call in any way?
Yeah, so I still have the voicemail on my phone, and my phone can also transcribe the voicemail, so I have both the voicemail and the transcription.
All right, so you have my email. I'm going to need you to email me that, and if you could also fax over the transcript part, email and fax it, please.
All right, great. I also want to point out that I'm not like looking to strip him of his visitation rights or anything like that. I just don't want to deal with that behavior, and I just want there to be boundaries. So that's why I'm just telling you guys. I'm not looking to like escalate the situation or make things worse.
Yeah, no, I get that. Unfortunately, we determine based off of what we're going to see. So we'll make that final decision on how to handle this. But thank you for bringing this to our attention, because half the time with these cases, we find out after the fact or when it's far too late. So we'll let you know what happened.
Okay,